What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another day, to another beautiful day where I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about evil tech on this one, because there is something that I found out about this bike that I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm very curious because yeah, it kind of stops me from doing something that I really wanted to install on this. But before I do that, I gotta go put gas on this sucker. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let me go ahead and reset this before I forget. So you press the menu button once you're on fuel count, and then just hold it. Then it keeps blinking, and then I do this every time. I click it again and it stops blinking. But I do notice that on this bike, for some reason, like, even though I reset it, it takes a while for it to come back on. So I don't know if there's a tip or trick in order for me to like reset it, and as soon as I turn it on, it starts reading right away. But I don't know, eventually we'll find out. So let's see, because I know on the monitor it said there like 3.8. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens on the final value here. Well, I guess there was first time for everything. I got stuck. That was not too bad. Just get you a little drinky drink and we're done. 4.2. See, that is definitely a big difference right there. So I was almost 100% on empty, but I wasn't. So editor, get me the heck out of here. And 3, 2, 1, back on the road. So something to talk about here, and it's gonna be evil tech. So on the last episode where I was working on the Yamaha, I was installing some parts, and the brake lever guard, I ordered it from Tech. The only thing is, it seems like it comes with a sleeve that goes inside the actual handlebar. So I thought it would be a little easy to take out, because I checked out some videos and it seemed like there's a bushing on the inside, and you know, I thought I could just bang it out and it'll be fine. But yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought. I thought it would be something that, you know, I could take a slide hammer, put it at the end of it and take it out. The only thing is it was a little more difficult than what I was actually thinking. So I tried it. You know, I'm not gonna say I didn't. I'm not gonna try it. Like, I definitely wanted to try it, just so I can have the benefit of changing it myself. You know, usually I do my own mechanic work, and I do it on my cars. Always done it on my cars. I just don't understand why. For some reason, it just wouldn't come out. So let me go ahead and park this thing here, show you guys so far what we've been able to do with this 2024 Yamaha R1. So far it's all cosmetic work. So on the last video I did Tech front fork crash protection, I did frame protection, I did rear Delrin sliding protection, as well as the GP style lift kit. So this is also Womack Tech. I installed these tech spec tank grips and also the TST frame rear fender eliminator. So now it's looking like it's supposed to. 100% clean. Guys, don't judge how dirty the bike is. It's been raining like crazy here in Florida, and yeah, I try my best to clean it as much as possible. The only other thing I haven't showed that I did on the last installation was the domino grips. Now, before I get made fun of, okay, before I get made fun of as to why they're installed in this direction, look, I wanted to be different. I installed these same grips on my what was a 2024 Yamaha R7. So I installed them, and I did install them correctly, so I did have them facing outward this way. And I was like, you know what, let me make it a little bit different, because normally when you take pictures, like, you're not going to take a picture of the bike like this, you know, you're not going to take a picture of it like that. Like, when you take a picture, come on, like not that angle, but you see what I mean, like that. Look at that angle. And when you see that angle like this, and you see that domino just reading this way properly, doesn't that pop? And I mean, it looks pretty good. It's not too bad. So things that I did return was the mirror covers. So I will be keeping the mirrors, and I'm actually thinking about getting the Rizoma mirrors later on, with also turning the DRLs into turn signal lights, so that way I have a proper legal turn signal light in the front. And I installed these Womack Tech protectors back, because so the Yamaha R1, the EvoTech products, for example, so I just installed this EvoTech rear passenger peg delete. I think it is awesome. Like, I think it makes it look so much more clean, and I am still missing the rear replacement cover for that, or not replacement cover, but it's like the it's like a flush mount, where it's not a seat anymore. Now it's just the like a rear, like I don't know, I'm not really sure what it's called, but it'll replace this, and it'll have the matching color of the bike, so that will look pretty neat. And also I will be replacing the front visor, or the front guard, wind guard, with a Puig guard, so it's going to be looking even more sexy. So when it comes to the EvoTech product, I thought that for some reason they would provide both levers for both sides, and I also thought that when you took them off, it would be like this, where it's just one, 5mm Allen key, take it out, put in the new one, you're good to go. In this case, is actually not like that. So it comes with an insert inside the box, which is on my last video, and you're supposed to take out this bushing on the inside of the handle. So when you take off the bushing, it'll be hollow on the inside, and then that way you can put the insert, tighten it up, and then it would be pretty much good to go. The EvoTech ones doesn't have that. So the EvoTech one installs just like the Womack Tech, and it's cool. The only thing is that I don't know, I kind of wanted both sides to be even, and yes, it's lame. It's probably lame, because I've seen other people with R1s and they have the lever guard. So I was like, you know what, let me give in, let's do it, let's go ahead and just get it done. I wanna do the one side lever guard. So I ended up doing it. The only thing is, when I'm trying to knock that bearing out, I take a slide hammer, and I saw videos that you can, screw in one of the bolts on the inside of that, take a slide hammer, and then you could whack it right out. And the guy used I would say easy, like a 2-pound slide hammer in the video, came right out. And then I went ahead and I did it. I think it was like a 10-pound. It was like a CV axle slide hammer, so it's guaranteed to come out. I banged it a couple of times. It did not come out. It did not come out no matter what. So then I started thinking more like, how come in the videos it was easy to come out? Then I thought about the clip-ons. These are stock clip-ons. So these aren't aftermarket clip-ons, which are hollow on the inside, which would explain why, if you were to have a bushing there and you take it out, it's easy to take out and replace. Now, when I saw the example, it was for a 2015, so I know that's the same motor. I'm just not sure if the actual handlebar has a different construction than the 2024. But for that reason, I kept trying over and over and over. It did not want to come out. It did not want to come out. I ended up going online and I was looking for it. I was looking for the answer as to like, how can I take this thing out? And in the end, I read somewhere on the one of the, you know, the OG R1 forums, where it's like it doesn't come out. And then I read quickly, it said doesn't come out, something about electronics. You got me right there. I don't want to do it anymore, because if I take a slide hammer, a heavy, you know, 10-pounder CV axle slide hammer, and I am whacking the crap out of it, bam bam bam, and it's not coming out, in the end the bushing itself, it broke a little bit. So I mean, yes, you could see where it kind of wiggles a little bit, but if you want to check it out on the other side, it kind of wiggles too. So it's not 100% broken, it's just a little bit broken. And I did read that it helps with the vibrations when you're driving. Doesn't feel any different, so I'm pretty sure it's intact. But the fact that I've also seen other examples where there's a weight on the inside, so the actual bearing could be attached to the weight, would explain, you know, maybe why it couldn't come out. There's like a metal clip where it's like really in place for it not to come out. But that's the thing. I mean, I tried a really big slide hammer, didn't do a dang thing. So for that, I ended up putting it back, and I'm just gonna keep it this way. The grips themselves, I don't know why I always cut the outsides instead of the inside lip. I kind of like the inside lip more, and nobody's gonna notice that. But yeah, it's definitely cut up, so that's fine. Nobody noticed that. So far, this thing is looking pretty dang neat, aside how dirty she is. And I feel like Blastoise here can you know, get ready to blast, because yeah, she's looking a bit faster. You know, it's like a 50 horsepower difference right there for all the weight reduction. So, you know, anybody out there, watch out. This thing is 50 horsepower faster. I want to say it's like 250 horsepower as of right now. Kidding. I know this thing makes maybe like 186 tops. So, but yeah, slowly but surely I'm gonna be working on this thing. I still want to do like radiator guard in the front. Haven't really got any big damages, but you know, as you can see right there, there's some rock chips. So, and there's a lot of construction going on as well. So, you know, that's gonna happen eventually if you don't pay attention. So, let me know what you guys think of how she looks. I think she looks great. She could definitely get a washing though, because she is disgusting. But nothing. I just wanted to share my thoughts about the brake lever guard and why I decided to go ahead and send it back. Maybe later on I might change my mind into the Evotech versions, which is gonna be just, of course, the same thing, one-sided right here. It actually comes with the other side as well, but because I had this experience, I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and put everything back. Let me think about it, see how, you know, how much I will need it eventually if I ever do decide to go to the track, which, yeah, I don't think anytime soon. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you like the video, hit it, of course, and subscribe. Help me grow this channel into something. I don't know what yet 100%, but something. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.